We have an update to a horrific tragedy that took place at the start of this month in September. A man named Kevin McGrath, 26 years old, mysteriously disappeared while sailing on a 3-day cruise out of Miami on board the Carnival Conquest. Unfortunately, just under a month later, we still have no answers, so we have a woman by the name of Shelby Bart that has created a petition on change.org calling on Carnival's president, Christine Duffy, as well as all of the other bigwigs and suits and CEOs to find answers to this mysterious case. Obviously, this story is a true tragedy. It's absolutely heartbreaking. I can't even imagine what the family's going through, seeing as that they have not been provided any additional information other than what they got when all of this started in the first place. The only positive thing here, and it's not even positive in and of itself, is that people have not stopped talking about this. Nobody's really seen anything like this happen, particularly on a Carnival ship in recent times. We have had situations where people have gone missing, not just on cruise ships, but on land, and just like that, the situation goes cold. And unfortunately, when it comes to Carnival in and of itself, I do love the line. I do believe they are a great company. However, it does seem, at least in the public eye, they've kind of washed their hands of this situation, and a lot of people, myself included, are just not going for it. Just to catch everybody up to speed, leading up to where we are now, we had Kevin McGrath that was sailing on the Carnival Conquest cruise ship from September 1st through the 4th, celebrating their dad's 60th birthday. It was basically like a family reunion. Apparently, they were sailing with a decent amount of people. I believe it was like 10 to 15 people, maybe a little bit more. And well, during the last day of the cruise, as the ship was returning back to its home port in Miami, concluding the cruise, Kevin McGrath was last seen by his family, in which he was staying in a room with at around 2 a.m. Carnival detected in their system that his last card swipe from his room was at 3:30, and from there, nobody has seen him. He didn't show up to breakfast the following morning when the Carnival Conquest returned to Miami, and that's when things got a little curious, and that's when the police were contacted, FBI was contacted, Coast Guard was contacted. They searched around 3,000 square miles looking for him in the span of a couple days, and they said that he had not gone overboard according to Carnival due to their man overboard detection system. You had family members like Kevin's sister Danielle that was weighing in, saying that they weren't given any information from Carnival. They were just told by Carnival that the man overboard detection systems didn't pick up Kevin McGrath, and unfortunately, when it came to surveillance, Carnival told them that allegedly none of the cameras caught Kevin because there aren't any cameras in the hallway areas or the nightclub in which Kevin was last seen. When I say last seen, I mean from a public perspective. There are videos that surfaced later on a couple weeks ago of him partying and just having a good time before his mysterious disappearance. And now you have this woman that has shown up, Shelby Bart, that went on change.org and put a petition out there in which thousands of people have signed because they are calling on Carnival to get some type of answers. For starters, they want proof that there are man overboard detection systems on board, which I think are appropriate. They also want to know if those actual man overboard detection systems are working properly. They also want surveillance if available, because if the police or FBI have it, they want to know who the officer is or detective that got the surveillance footage, because obviously they want it. The family wants literal proof that he was on board, that he did not go overboard, and that there is some type of surveillance and video footage that he was actually seen around the time of his disappearance. That way they can have some indication, maybe even some closure as to what may or may not have happened to him. By the way, of course, I will link the petition in the comment section below. I have signed it myself. Hundreds others this week have also signed it, because I do believe, and I've said this before, when it comes to Carnival, this is obviously not their fault to a certain extent, but I do believe that there is some negligence in their end that they are responsible for. The Carnival Conquest, if you don't know, like I said, it's operating 3 and 4 day sailings out of Miami, which is essentially a booze cruise. I have been on board. There's fights on board and whatnot, and a lot of people have argued, especially the people that love Carnival, are saying, what could Carnival have done? Well, for starters, knowing that you are running a party cruise, there are going to be issues that may happen in which they may have to rely on some surveillance footage. Maybe a crew member might get into it with a guest. It may not be the crew member's fault, and well, if they end up going to court, they're going to say, well, we don't have the video footage to confirm anything, and now they're going to be in hot water as there is no details as to what actually happened in that particular scenario. The situation with Kevin McGrath, the fact that the family wants answers, the people of the world want answers, as everybody is talking about this and they can't provide it, well, it makes things very suspicious. And I'm not saying that Carnival had anything to do with his disappearance, but the fact that they don't have any information and surveillance to give to the family, FBI, or whoever, if that's the case, then well, that's also very problematic. Another controversy leading up to another demand throughout the petition is that they want the Carnival Conquest to return to Miami for a little bit and allow the family to do whatever it takes, hire private investigators, bring in dogs to see if they can find up some idea of what may have happened to Kevin McGrath. And well, those I believe are reasonable demands. Seeing as Carnival, like I said, don't have the surveillance, they can't really provide proof of what happened with the man overboard detection system that he went overboard. And well, if they are able to provide some type of details regarding the disappearance of Kevin, because this is a 26-year-old man, I believe it's 5'8". A human doesn't just disappear, especially on a cruise ship. There has to be something that can be dug up. On Carnival's end, I've even said that, there are people that are around at that point in time. I know personally, as somebody that is a little bit of a night owl, being around and out and about on the ship at 2 and 3 and 4 a.m., there aren't a lot of people and there are not a lot of places to go. A lot of people are getting pizza, they're finishing up at the nightclub, they're hanging out in whatever lounging area in the casino, and that's just about it. Somebody, somewhere, whether it's passenger or crew, could have seen him throughout that point in time where he allegedly just went missing. As we round out this month of September and start to head into October, it is sad, disappointing, and heartbreaking that there hasn't been any more information of the disappearance of Kevin McGrath. And well, there is no knowing for sure what is going to come of this. I don't know if there will be another update, but I do believe this is important to talk about, seeing as a human has gone missing and there's a family that is worried sick. They don't know what happened to him. And even in the worst case scenario, I do believe a family will want some type of closure to know what the heck happened. I believe it's justifiable. But we are going to leave it right here. Of course, guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Go sign the petition. Maybe Carnival will oblige and give the family what they need and hire the whether it be security or police or whoever needs to come in and investigate to find out what truly happened to this man, because I don't believe this is a situation that should just go cold and disappear into the seven seas forever. But like I said, let me know your thoughts, guys. Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Know as usual, I love and appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you later. Take it easy.